Have you ever noticed how often we'll say, I'll try when I'm ready, or maybe later, or what if it doesn't work? Most of the time, it's not the lack of ability that's holding us back. It's fear. Fear of failing, fear of trying, fear of looking foolish, and honestly, also fear of what happens if it actually goes well. So let's talk about that. Why we're afraid to try, and why it's time to bet on yourself. Most fear is imagined, not real. We often replay worst case scenarios in our heads. Scenarios that haven't happened and may never happen, and honestly, most likely, never will happen. But for some reason, those are the scenarios that we tend to replay over and over in our minds. And the truth is, our minds are incredible storytellers. But you know what? They're also really bad fortune tellers. We definitely suffer in thought much more than we ever suffer in reality. And another truth that we often don't like to admit, that most of our limits are self-imposed. They're not actually imposed by society or people around us. They're imposed by ourselves, on ourselves. Before the world even gets a chance to even say no, we tell ourselves that I can't, I'm not ready, or even worse, that's not for people like me. And then we end up just kind of waiting around for the confidence to try. But the truth is, waiting for confidence is a trap, because confidence doesn't come before action. It comes as the result of action. In order to gain confidence, you first have to be willing to take that first step. And then little by little, you will build that confidence. The truth is, none of us wake up fearless. There's always a little bit of a nagging doubt that's going to be there. But the truth is, people that seem confident often are either doing the fake it till you make it thing, or they're simply further along on the road than you are at the moment. And they're just taking it one step at a time, building confidence as they go. But for us looking from the outside in, it looks like they have it all figured out, but the truth is, they don't. Because honestly, none of us do. And just think about this. You've already survived your hardest days. So if you think about it, that's like 100% success rate. Every moment in the past that you thought you wouldn't make it through, you did. That's why you're here. That's why you're watching this video. And the truth is, fear has a sort of amnesia. It actually forgets your resilience, your adaptability, your strength, your success in the past of just trying. But when fear creeps in, that's all we can think about. It sort of takes over everything. And the truth is, nobody ever feels 100% ready. People that you see that have success, it's not because they had some secret sauce, or they knew something, or they were able to be 100% prepared. The truth is, they just tried. And they probably failed, and they kept trying. And the result that you're seeing is them at the end of their road, not at the beginning. We never see that. But that's where you are. That's where I am. And so we still have to take those first steps if we want to build that confidence and to walk the road that we want to, whatever it is for you, whether it's a hobby or work or a dream that you have. It doesn't matter what you're working towards. The point is, you have to move forward one step at a time. Because at the end of the day, readiness is not the requirement, it's movement, forward motion. However small. And you know what? Playing it safe has cost and no one really wants to talk about. And that cost is regret. You know, failure may hurt in the moment, but eventually it does fade. However, when you regret something, it stays, it lingers. And you ask questions, you ask what if, sometimes for you the rest of your life. Is that really the life that you want to live? It isn't for me. Betting on yourself doesn't mean that you have all the answers. It simply means that you trust your ability to figure it out as you go. You don't need absolute certainty. You just need to trust yourself that you're capable of taking the next step and then the next step. Because the truth is, we love our comfort zones. But you know what? A comfort zone doesn't actually protect you. It shrinks your world into something very small. Comfortable, but very small. And the world is big and beautiful and sometimes scary, but mostly wonderful. And I want to be a part of that. I want to see more, experience more, be more. And I think you do too, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Comfort zones feel safe today. Comfortable, sitting on the couch, watching TV. It's comfortable, it's easy. But the truth is, Each day like that puts it off longer, whatever it is that you want to achieve. Your comfort today is quite literally limiting your tomorrow. And before you know it, sooner than you think, a lot of time will have passed, maybe your entire life. And at the end, do you want to have regrets and a bunch of what ifs? Or do you want to have crazy fun stories about all the experiences and failures even of you trying and achieving your dreams? I would much rather have that than what ifs. Because at the end of the day, not trying, the only thing it guarantees is that nothing changes. Same habits, same results, same life. Trying is the only doorway to make it different. And maybe you're afraid of rejection, and rejection can hurt. But the truth is, it's not really personal. It's simply a part of life. Everyone who's ever built something meaningful has heard the word no, probably hundreds of times, maybe even thousands of times. Those are not the things that we hear about. Those are not the things that we see. That all happens before. No one who has achieved something great walked in, presented their idea, and got a resounding yes from everyone in their life, everyone at work, or everyone who they came in contact with. No, it just doesn't happen. You should not take rejection as a stop sign. It's simply part of the route. Maybe it means a pivot, maybe it means just keep going. And even those imagined worst case scenarios that we often think about, they're rarely as bad as we ever imagined them. And the truth is, most people are a bit self-absorbed. Actually, maybe not a bit, maybe a lot. So even if it feels like the world is ending in that very moment, with all eyes on you, guess what? 20 minutes from now, they're all gonna be thinking about their own thing, what they need to do, their grocery list, the argument they had with their spouse. Nobody really cares. That may sound harsh, but it's actually a gift. Because if you think about it, something that you think is the worst thing that's ever happened to you, it's just a blip on their radar. In the end, betting on yourself is a sign of self-respect. It's deciding that your dreams don't need external permission. It's choosing to believe that you are worth the effort. And one day when you're looking back, you won't regret the mistakes that you made or the failures along the way as you were trying to achieve your dream or your goal. But I can promise you, you'll regret the chances that you never took. Betting on yourself doesn't mean you won't be scared. It means that you stop letting fear decide your future. And maybe today, just trying is enough. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again here soon. Bye for now.